Good evening and welcome to City News. Even before the pandemic started, many Torontonians found it challenging to pay their rent. And with Canada's major COVID-19 income support program coming to an end in just a few weeks, some affordable housing advocates fear the situation is only going to get worse.
The biggest challenge is that we're facing probably the worst eviction crisis since colonization. So you've got about 10% of the population throughout the pandemic that has been in arrears. That has set up a situation where there's a massive backlog at the landlord-tenant board of people that might be getting evicted.
The head of the Federation of Metro Tenants Association, Jordy Dent, says he worries about renters who struggle even with the Canada Recovery Benefit. The CRB supports those who don't qualify for employment insurance but are directly impacted by COVID-19. That bi-weekly government check of between $540 to $900 is scheduled to come to an end on October 23rd.
I talk to our staff on our tenant hotline every day, and they're just getting crushed with calls of desperation and difficulty from people being thrown out of their homes.
City Councillor Gord Perks says people shouldn't be kicked out of their homes because they've been impacted by the pandemic.
I'm actually quite terrified about what's going to happen to renters over the next year or 2 years, even 3. At present, we estimate there are about 35,000 households in the City of Toronto who are more than 3 months in arrears on their rent.
Toronto Deputy Mayor Anna Bylau says throughout the pandemic, the city has increased funds on certain programs to assist renters.
We have a rent bank that pre-pandemic was a $2 million program. It's now up to $6 million. This is a program that assists people to pay their rent. So up families that have one person with an income of $46,000 can have access to this program, and families with incomes of up to $92,000 with 7 people can have access to these programs.
But Bylau adds there's only so much Toronto can do.
Housing problem that Canada and honestly rural and urban communities are facing, and we need the other orders of government to come to the table and assist us with this.
Dent adds the provincial and federal government need to step in and start building affordable housing on a massive scale. But until that happens, an urgent plan is needed.
You've got vacant units, put people in that housing. City's got expropriation powers. City's got lots of land. City's got lots of vacant buildings.
Dent says this isn't just a moral issue, but it's a public health concern as well. The more people are forced to move around, the more likely it is for COVID-19 to spread.